Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. My name is Terrell.
And my name is Brendan.
And we are
BNT Reacts. And today we are checking out SpongeBob Conspiracy Number 2, the television theory. And this is by Alex Bale.
Definitely interested to check this out. We on part 2 of the SpongeBob conspiracies. The first one, it was
It was good. I liked it.
It was good, yeah. I just don't.
It was tea.
You believed it more so than I did.
They were dating. Squidward's gay. It's canon.
Child.
It's canon.
Anyway, let's get right into it. Before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also hit that like button. Let's go.
The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not what you think it is. There is a secret group of puppet masters who are always watching the citizens of Bikini Bottom and pulling the strings. Hidden within Bikini Bottom are spies that keep an eye on the characters and make sure everything goes to plan. This is a conspiracy that will fundamentally change the way you look at the show SpongeBob SquarePants, and I believe it's all actually intended by the creators, and I'm gonna prove it. This is.
He passed away to the creator of the show.
Oh.
Like a few years back. I think 2018.
You guys had a great reaction to my Squilliam Fancy Sim theory, and I had a lot of fun making it.
Squilliam, you lying, deceiving bastard! I didn't even realize that!
But trust me when I say that what I've discovered this time is much bigger.
Ooh.
To start this theory, we have to go back to the very beginning of the very first episode of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ah, the sea. So fascinating. So wonderful.
I'm sorry to pause. Yo, when SpongeBob first came out, those first few years of SpongeBob were fucking golden. And I still love SpongeBob. People say they don't like SpongeBob. I still can sit down watching episodes of SpongeBob. I love it. But it's not nearly fucking with the beginning of SpongeBob. That shit was golden. It was so fucking funny.
It was great.
It was so fucking funny.
Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life. Home of one of my favorite creatures, SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes, of course he lives in a pineapple, you silly.
So let me ask you a question. Who's speaking in this clip? Well, obviously that's just the narrator. We hear his voice many times throughout the show.
Ah, Goo Lagoon. A stinky mud puddle for you and me. Ah, the Krusty Krab. Through these doors pass all the many kinds of undersea life. Pop's boating school, where diligent students learn the rules of the road.
But who exactly is the narrator? Well, he's just the narrator, right? We're not supposed to think about who he is or why we're hearing him. Lots of shows
I never
have
thought about
narrator
that.
free
Like, I never
voices
thought
we're not supposed to think about.
to question
Kylie was amazed that Mommy had made a rainbow, just like in the picture.
But there's something different about this narrator. He sounds a lot like he's narrating a nature documentary.
The ocean. From above, a simple blanket of water. But below, a complex world full of color, life, and wonder.
Ah, the sea. So fascinating. So wonderful. Here we see Bikini Bottom, teeming with life.
What if I told you that he's not just some random disembodied voice? He's an actual character in this universe.
And here we are again at the Bikini Bottom boating school. Today is once again the day of SpongeBob's boating school exam.
Was it the pirate guy?
More importantly, this is the last test.
Put on a voice. That's the only person I can think of that would.
Past this one, it means another whole year of boarding school.
Ooh, that's
SpongeBob
him.
literally crashes into the fourth wall, and we actually get to see the narrator and the camera he's been filming with. The show SpongeBob SquarePants is not just a cartoon. Everything we see is a part of a nature documentary television show being filmed by scuba divers. And if you're still not convinced, I searched really hard and found an old SpongeBob DVD bonus feature that basically confirms everything.
Since before time even existed, land-loving scientists have tried to learn the secrets of intelligence. Their studies led them to the sea, where the citizens of one undersea colony demonstrated a genius so enormous, the scientists felt compelled to record their actions for use in teaching mankind how to live better. The name of this miraculous place? Bikini Bottom. Poring over the mass of brainy masterminds scattered about this strange land, the scientists chose 6 Bikini Bottom residents at random to study. As the scientists marveled at the advanced knowledge and superior intellect of these 6 creatures, I went to college! They rolled their cameras and took notes. And now, finally, we can learn all of the things that these smarty pantsuses have to teach us. Life lessons from Bikini Bottom.
I don't know how it can get any more clear than that. Now, if you rewatch the show with this new information in mind, some things start to take on a whole new meaning. Throughout the series, there's this weird, unexplained running gag of a human hand interfering with the characters. It's even in the beginning of
it's in a lot of the older seasons.
Maybe the filmmakers are doing a bit more than just studying these characters. The hand seems to mostly interfere just to maintain the health and safety of the characters, like treating SpongeBob for the suds.
Well, Mr. SquarePants, it seems you have the suds. Are you ready for your treatment? Oh, Hans!
It makes sense that the filmmakers wouldn't want to risk the safety of their main character. After all, there's no show without SpongeBob, but that's not the only reason why they interfere. Season 3, Episode 16, I Had an Accident, is infamous for having one of the most absurd, confusing endings in the entire show. It ends with a real gorilla suddenly coming out of a Patrick costume and attacking the characters.
I don't know.
He put them in a...
Then as soon as SpongeBob begins to question the logic of the scene, this happens.
Oh my
What's a
god.
gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Oh, well, it's funny you should. I mean, see, George, they're onto us.
Let's get out of here.
SpongeBob is a weird show, but this has always stuck out as being just a little too weird. But knowing what we know now, I think I can explain what's going on here. This isn't a real gorilla. Every other land animal we've seen on
Yeah, but I thought that was known.
drawn in a cartoon
Yeah,
style.
it was kinda already,
The
like-
shown in a live action style, and the only time we ever see live action characters is when they're human. So I believe both the gorilla and the horse he rides away on are humans wearing costumes. The filmmakers set this whole thing up just to make the episode more entertaining. It's starting to seem like this isn't strictly a nature documentary anymore. It's more of a reality TV show made for entertainment. Who knows what other absurd elements of the show are actually put there by the filmmakers to make the show more entertaining and profitable. Although, based on the people's reaction, it doesn't always seem to pay off. But how far will the filmmakers go to make the show more profitable?
Saturday morning in Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob is watching his favorite Saturday morning show, The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, enjoying a bowl of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, and wearing the official Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfist Biker.
If we think of this as a television show, this sounds an awful lot like a product placement. I mean, listen to how the narrator specifically says the full names of the products.
The Adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy bland cereal, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy Blackfist Biters.
Why don't you let me fix you some of this new Mococo drink? All natural cocoa beans from the upper slopes of Mountain Nicaragua, no artificial sweeteners.
What the hell are you
It's
talking
a tuna show. I love that movie.
Who are you talking to?
Maybe the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy TV show is actually from the surface world. They are human after all. It makes sense that the filmmakers would choose to highlight these popular superhero characters. The more they show, the more they're gonna sell Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy merchandise. Hang on a second, why are Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy the same size as all the fish in Bikini Bottom, even though humans are always shown as massive compared to fish? Whatever, I'll come back to that one later. The show doesn't even just hide product placements. In the episode Model Sponge, they literally trick SpongeBob into making a commercial for a human product.
Ready for my close-up, Mr. Director?
Very well.
Lose the pants! Hans, where's my star?
What's happening? What's happening?
In this scene, you'll be cleaning bathroom fixtures.
Okay. So where's my cleaning utensil?
Don't you get it? You are the cleaning utensil. High speed!
Oh no, your bathroom is a disaster. Get it cleaned up fast with the new sponge. Household chores snap with new sponge. It cleans sinks. Just look at that shine.
This is just like in real life how SpongeBob is such a popular character that he's used to sell tons and tons of products. So far I've shown you that the show SpongeBob SquarePants is actually a documentary television show, but the creators continually interfere to push their own agendas and make more money. But that brings us to an important question. Do the characters know they're in a television show? Let's
feel
go
like
back to that clip where
sometimes
SpongeBob
they
tells
know.
the cameraman,
It means another whole year on boarding school. What happened?
Oh, nothing, SpongeBob. You just struck another pedestrian.
Mrs. Puff calls him a pedestrian, which sounds more like she thinks he's just some random Bikini Bottom citizen. The different types of marine life in SpongeBob are so diverse and weird looking that it's not too hard to believe that the characters just think these filmmakers are another weird type of fish. And back to the gorilla episode, the gorilla and the horse immediately get nervous and run away when SpongeBob questions what's going on.
That's true.
Well, it's funny.
But I feel like there are moments where they like undress, like they broke the fourth wall in SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Almost like the creators don't want the characters to be aware their lives are being interfered with. Now, there isn't a ton of footage of the characters interacting with the filmmakers, but I dug really, really deep and found the smoking gun that answers all of our questions. This is an old commercial from 2004 made to promote the SpongeBob movie.
SpongeBob, what kind of jellyfish is that?
It's not a jellyfish, Patrick. It's a spaceship.
Hey guys, it's Carlos from the Zone. I was wondering if you could answer a few questions.
Questions? Run for your lives!
No, Pat, don't you see? It wants to learn about our world, and it's chosen us.
But yay! We've been chosen.
A submarine comes down to SpongeBob and Patrick to ask questions to promote the new movie. SpongeBob and Patrick are clearly confused by this and think the submarine is some kind of alien. They also have no idea that they're the stars of a movie.
Well, thanks guys. We'll see you in the movie.
Bye.
Movie? What's that?
I know.
They act like nothing
Clear at
happened.
this point that the characters are unaware their lives are being filmed and interfered with. But there are some characters that have to have some level of awareness. For example, the Dr. Fish that told the human hand to treat SpongeBob, and the Director Fish that directed the commercial for the human world. What makes these characters so special? First off, the Director Fish isn't actually from Bikini Bottom. Before he directed this commercial, we saw him as a citizen of New Kelp City in the episode Whatever Happened to SpongeBob. Out of all the characters they could have used, they specifically chose a character from out of town. Almost like the filmmakers didn't want to use anyone in Bikini Bottom so they wouldn't risk everyone finding out about the television show. Then there's the Dr. Fish. We don't know where he originally came from, but he's an extremely suspicious character. Usually he's purple, but sometimes he's orange, sometimes he's purple with orange hands, sometimes he's a pirate, and he bears a striking resemblance to Dr. Manowar from the Jellyfish Convention.
And now it only hurts when you touch it.
Why does he have so many different disguises and identities? What is he hiding? I believe hidden throughout Bikini Bottom are spies like this who are aware they're in a television show and keep tabs on the main characters and make sure everything goes to plan. There's so many suspicious characters in Bikini Bottom that it could literally be anyone. The mailman, the hot dog vendor, Old Man Jenkins, it could literally be anyone. But what if I told you that the biggest spy of all isn't some random side character?
Mrs. Puff.
It's one of the main characters of the show. Someone who's been there from the very beginning. Someone who's not even from Bikini Bottom. Someone who's not even from the
Sandy.
ocean. That's right. Sandy.
Sandy Cheeks.
What?
Sandy Cheeks is the thrill-seeking scientific squirrel from Texas who lives underwater in her tree dome. But why did she come to Bikini Bottom? In the episode Chimps Ahoy, we find out she was hired by a group of chimpanzees to come underwater and create inventions. But why does she need to be underwater to make inventions? She could have just as easily have made any of her inventions on land. It must be extremely expensive to maintain a giant dome of air underwater. There is no way the only reason she's here is to make random inventions. I think this whole episode is an elaborate ruse to throw off the other characters from the real reason Sandy is in Bikini Bottom. To spy on the main characters and make sure the show stays on track. Many of the times the characters are in danger, Sandy conveniently steps in to save the day. And many of the wacky, entertaining episode plots are driven by an invention Sandy creates. Everything she does is a calculated
Not the
move
evil
to
laugh.
carry out the agenda of the filmmakers. Her entire friendship with SpongeBob and the other characters is built on a lie. But you're probably saying, Sandy is a sweet, friendly squirrel. There's no way she's behind this. You're not convinced
Shit,
yet?
I don't think Sandy's
That's
sweet.
okay, because what
And
I'm
friendly.
about to show you
She
is
be
so
chopping SpongeBob the fuck up with them
so
karate.
insanely revealing that it's actually the whole reason I decided to make this video. Get ready for the big one.
Okay.
Season 10, Episode 10, Feral Friends,
Okay.
is the episode that unlocks this
I'm
entire
ready.
mystery. During a birthday party, a green moon suddenly appears and turns everyone except Sandy into less evolved, real-life versions of themselves. Sandy is completely caught off guard by this and decides to call someone for help. And take a guess who she calls.
Hello, French narrator
The
speaking.
net.
Hey, Frenchie! It's me, Sandy!
Ah, Sandy Cheeks. How is it hanging?
Oh, it's not hanging too good, Frenchie. You see, there's this...
Don't say another word. I have been monitoring the behavior of the green moon all day.
Okay,
Huh,
wait.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty interesting clip, yeah. Holy shit! Sandy literally calls the narrator to let him know what's going on and asks for instructions on what to do next. She has been working with him the entire fucking time. He even has a picture of her on his desk. This is where I originally planned on ending the video, but there is still one small issue with the television theory. Just one nagging plot hole that contradicts everything. If this is all a television show filmed by scuba divers, then how are we seeing inside the buildings? It's not like any of the humans filming the show could fit inside them. It's the one annoying thing that keeps this theory from being complete. I mean, the most logical explanation is that they have hidden cameras inside of everyone's homes, but we never really see anything like that. Holy shit. Season 6, Episode 24, Truth or Square. The SpongeBob 10th Anniversary Special where they reveal lots of stuff about the characters. But the most damning piece of evidence comes from when the characters get lost in the Krusty Krab vents and end up in a room full of monitors showing live footage of all of their homes.
Oh, my house is on TV.
All of our houses are on TV.
Gary the snail, you get down from that bed this instant.
Hey, there's my house.
But they just said their house is on TV, so if they, how would they not know what TV is then if they said that?
And
They
who
have
is the
TV.
character responsible for all of these hidden cameras?
Mr. Krabs, why do you have cameras watching us? No, but, I just want to make sure you all floss after every meal.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Dental hygiene is very, very important.
Dental hygiene? Eugene, you lying bastard. Of course he would sell out his friends for a quick buck. And if there's any part of you that thinks there's some chance Mr. Krabs has all these hidden cameras for some other reason, then take a look at what happens next.
Hey, who are those guys?
I think it's us, Patrick. But who are they?
Alright, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. A cameraman and a boom operator have been following around the characters this entire time. And just like the gorilla, as soon as they get seen, they make a run for it. The case is closed. The television theory is something the show has consistently alluded to from the very first episode to the newest episodes. Maybe one day the show will actually directly address it and our characters will discover the real truth about their world. But regardless, that's my theory. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more. See you next time. Hey, whoa, hang on a second.
Oh.
You thought I forgot about the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy thing, didn't
Okay.
you? Alright, here's a quick bonus theory. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy were two superheroes that fought crime underwater and protected the sea from evil. Whether or not they actually did this or was all staged for television isn't clear, but they both spent their lives underwater until they became old and retired. But after spending so much time under the sea, they no longer fit in with human society. Plus, Mermaid Man is clearly dealing with some form of dementia and PTSD from fighting evil.
But you can't retire. There's evil afoot.
He did have dementia.
He's a circle, like.
So, they decided to live the rest of their lives in Bikini Bottom. And in order to fit in better with their fellow sea creatures, they made the permanent decision to shrink themselves using Mermaid Man's shrinking belt. The case is closed. Again.
Do they even still use that music?
Maybe at the end credits.
That's what I mean. Like, cause I know they used it. That's what it was used for in the end credits. I don't know if they still use it. I don't know. Anyway, this is a nice little theory. I think I agree with this one more than the previous one we did, which was the first theory of this this whole Alex Bale SpongeBob theory. I could see this actually being a thing. The thing that really connected it was probably the Sandy part. That's when I was like, okay, yeah, maybe this is they're onto something. And then the Mr. Krabs camera thing, I didn't even know that was an episode. where
Yeah,
like they discovered like a secret
room with all the
cameras. I didn't know that was a thing. So those are the two things that I would say connected it for me. Before that, I was like, maybe, but I'm not. But I actually can see this and believe this to be a thing. But what did you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think this one is, I mean, I was kind of sold on the other one, but this one's even more plausible. I don't know. I think these are so interesting. First of all, he does a lot of research. He knows the exact episodes. He takes clips from where the character are, I can't think of the thing, but character models are. And yeah, this one was very believable. 10 out of 10. I love it's so it's so fun to believe it. I don't know. I love it.
But alright, y'all, that's all for this reaction. If you like, please make sure you get a thumbs up. Make sure also hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and comment down below what you thought about this reaction if you want to check out some more videos like this one.
And make sure to follow us on all of our social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Follow both of our separate channels. Make sure to check out our second channel and follow our Discord.
Yes, but that is all for this reaction, and we're out.
Bye.
Bye.